Welcome to Tibalt's Apprentice. We are back at farming again. We haven't done that for a while. We're going to have a new set coming out any second now, and we need to get back into this. So what I'm doing is just jumping in here with the same old Goblin Charbelcher deck, but we're going to see if we can improve that and actually make it do what we want it to do on a more consistent basis. Right now you see me looking through here. I made sure that I had at least one of the cards that I needed, but my addition to this was being able to put lands on the battlefield and pay life for it. If we're only going 4 turns deep in the game, we can afford to lose 3, 6, 9 life maybe to get there. At this point you see me wasting a treasure that I made, but I want more cards in hand, and so we know what we're up against now. We're up against infinite life gain over there. He's going to make tons of creatures, a massive creature to kill us, and just spew out more and more and more cards until he overruns us with life and creatures. Paying life, I've got to be able to get more examples of cards to play. I need this to be more consistent, and he's just going to get more creatures on the board. We're probably going to lose this one. He tells me good game. I tell him he's obnoxious. That's the only icon that I have to tell him he's obnoxious. He is so certain that he's going to win, but I seem to have removed a portion of his win condition. At this point, I'm now going to drop this. It is easily worth paying 3 life to say, good game, as I end him. That's right, I end him on the turn right after he cockily tells me that he's going to win the game by saying good game. Anyhow, so this is what I talk about when I say Arena just brings out the worst in you, because it's not the fun back and forth that you get when you sit down to play paper. Now, I don't go on to win all of these games, I can guarantee you that. But we are going to play until we're done with this round of them. See what we farm, see what we get. So again, I need consistency. I need the cards to get on the battlefield fast. Unfortunately, all of these lands come in tapped. Again, unless you put in the ones that cost you 3 life. There will be an updated list in the show notes of this deck. It has lots of, sadly for beginners, it's going to have a lot of rare and wild cards in it. And it's going to be relatively complex. It's simple in its execution, complex in that you need to be paying attention to what's going on and making sure that you get to execute your game plan better and faster than they get to execute theirs. Speed decks like this with the prowess are just too hard to compete against. So it seems like every single deck that you play in Arena these days has to have a gimmick, has to have a trick, has to be somehow even faster than the deck before. And I also need cards in my hand to be able to do what I need to. You see an Approach of the Second Sun in there that lets me win the game on the spot after casting the second Approach of the Second Sun. But I need that kind of mana to be able to do it. And that just doesn't work out that way. With a prowess deck, with them being able to do 6, 9, 12 points in a single turn, suddenly you find yourself upside down with no chance of winning. So you concede. Move on to the next game. That's the best thing to do. I have 2 of the cards that I need. I got rid of that. I now at least have 2 of these. So let's get rid of one of them. That being able to get 7 mana off of 4. 3 red is the thing that holds it back, though. So it holds it back because I've got to have mountains in there. You'll see I've added white. I added white in there to be able to cast or be able to wipe out permanents. To be able to cast some spells like Teferi's Protection, where I blink out so they don't hit me with their Alpha Strike when it comes time for that. That Approach of the Second Sun is just too expensive. So I believe I've gotten rid of that by now. Again, we're going for that life gain deck. We're going to see a lot of the exact same thing, and unfortunately that's what happens in the meta, both when you're trying to climb the ladder and where you're simply trying to farm. Luckily, that Deafening Clarion will take out majority of the creatures, but not all of them. Especially when you've got things like Collected Company, when again, their creatures grow and grow and grow. And then some more life gain. And I think it's pretty well obvious that we're not going to yank the rug out from them the way we did the very first game that we played. As a matter of fact, if I did my typical 2 out of 3, I would be quitting right after this. But we're not. We're going to hang in here a little bit longer. We're going to see, is there any way to make it work? There is no way to make it work. Let's move on to the next one. When I talk about farming, when I do farming and stuff, I want to join this event. I want to work my way through it. I lost the computer and had to come back again, but it's a continuation of the same game. I lost my ability to win these consistently, so I need a fast deck that will net me a profit, either in cards and or gold. Even if this were to cost me only, say, 50 gold or 50 gems by the end of it, if I can get enough wins in this category, I can eventually get to where I'm making a net profit and all of these games become free. So that goblin is a useful way to get more mana on the board quickly. Of course, they're going to take it out right now, but it costs a mana to make a mana. So it's not getting me more value. I need more things that put treasure tokens on the battlefield, letting me get ahead on mana. So that's what I'm working at. I'm going to take the next week or so and actually make an effort to streamline and trim this deck. Maybe check out a couple of other builds featuring the Goblin Charbelcher. Again, I want this to be as fast and as painless as I can. I want these wins to just roll in, and with that, I will kill them instantly. 7 mana, 4 to cast the Charbelcher, 3 then to activate it that same turn. If I can get 4 mana on the battlefield as quickly as turn 2 or 3, that's awesome. Provided they don't remove the pieces that I need to actually cast. We're blazing through here at an amazing rate. I do wind up upside down on this, but we'll take a look at, see at the end, how much did we spend to game? Actually, check the notes. That's what I'll say. Check the notes. I'll look at the I'll look at what my pay rate on this one was. Was it worth it to get a couple of cards and scoop up a few gold along the way? Yeah, it's worth paying 3 life to put the Charbelcher on the battlefield and then win the game. I have to admit that I had fun with that one, but I had fun because it worked. My gimmicky deck worked faster than their gimmicky deck. So I'm getting back at least 200 gems at this point. So we'll look and see where I'm at, whether I'm upside. Of course, I'm still upside down on that deal. I think you need to get like 5 wins at this point. And the economy is still way screwed up, but I'll leave smarter, more intelligent people to figure that out. And where are we at here? We've got one of our combo pieces, but not both of them. All right. Yeah, that Approach of the Second Sun just isn't doing what I need. I do believe that I get a chance to pull it off by casting, getting 7 mana, and then manage to gain a little bit of life back and buy myself another turn. But really, this is an absolute glass cannon deck. It either works in the first 4 turns or it doesn't. Or you're up against a deck like this that's just lightning fast. It's red deck wins. You're going to take lots of damage, and you're not going to have anything you can do about it. At least because they have lots of red, there's a chance that I could get that Goblin Charbelcher on the battlefield and have them not remove it unless they have an Abrade. That will destroy an artifact. But let's see what we can do. We have a Teferi's Protection. At this point, I can wink out, possibly. It's going to mean I need to use my treasure token. I think I'm going to have to take the damage, or rather let them take the cards, because I don't think just winking out of it's going to be able to do it. So let's buy another turn, see if we can miraculously pull this off. I need to draw into, I need to top deck, and I don't think, nope, not going to happen. Can I wipe the board though? That's the other change that I made to this. Boom, boom, and I believe game over, man. Yeah. Game over. So, anyhow, a quick look at me starting to farm. Got 200 gold, 200 back. I got a pack of cards. Will help me build my, out of 375, I got 200 back. So it cost me 150 gems. Or 125 gems. Math is hard. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more content. And please share this video. It would help out immensely. Thanks a lot. Where's the off button?